Hey, you guys, want to go ahead and get the first market update out to you for the month of August 2022. My name is Tricia Turner, in case you don't know. Just spent the last few days in Las Vegas at the Inman conference. Inman is like one of the top news publishers for real estate. So the Inman conference is a big conference. It's twice a year. This time it was in Las Vegas, and it's basically and not all, but a lot of the industry experts coming together for 3 days up on the stages, different stages, talking about what's going on in the real estate market, what can you expect, what are interest rates going to do, all of that kind of stuff. And so if you're not paying attention to the real estate market lately, you should be, because it's ever changing. And I've been saying this for a long time. It's just like the stock market. It can change on a dime, and it has. And so if you look back as far as the timeline goes for 2022, historically, because of COVID, we saw housing appreciation go higher than it had ever and faster than it had ever at an all-time high. And normally in Texas and Houston as a whole, we were anywhere between like 2.4 to 3.9% housing appreciation. That's the norm. However, in the last 12 to 18 months, we saw homes appreciate anywhere from 12% to 34%, just depending on where your geographic area was, where your community was, what kind of amenities you had in your house, whether you had a pool, all that kind of stuff. So for to say that stopped, that housing and appreciation like that stopped pretty much like around June 1st of this year. All of a sudden, like in February, March of this year, 2022, we were still getting multiple offers on properties, lots of multiple offers on properties. We were still seeing properties come in with offers way over list price, some 20, 40, 60, 80, $100,000 over asking. And so in a market like that, did buyers overpay for the homes? Perhaps they did. However, we all knew it had to come to a halt at some point, because that's not sustainable. We can't have the market continue going out of control like that. People weren't even able to sell their homes and buy another home because homes had appreciated so much. First-time buyers were getting squeezed out of the market because they didn't have cash to compete. So when you look back at that time, it wasn't an enjoyable market. Buyers agents were working like long, grueling hours, sometimes writing 30, 40 offers before ever actually getting a buyer's offer accepted, sometimes writing 30, 40 offers and never getting a buyer's offer accepted. So definitely glad that that has stopped. And what has ended up happening, of course, is interest rates spiked. They're up higher than they've been in a couple of years. And so people freak out naturally. It also bumped out about 20% of the buyers who are no longer able to buy. They're either going to wait and see if interest rates come back down so that they can afford the house that they think that they want to keep their payment where they're comfortable, or they flat out are completely bumped out of the market because of the rates and they just don't qualify anymore. Regardless, we don't have a crystal ball. We don't know what interest rates are going to do. Do I believe that they will continue to rise? I don't. Because the housing industry is suffering. And when the housing industry suffers and when the housing industry stops, then there's 26 other vendors that also stop. And so when you look at that economy and what's fueling the economy and how are we going to help people be able to pay their bills, people to be able to go on vacation and buy groceries and pay their high electric bills that are just double and triple what they normally are. It's the housing market. We fuel so many different industries. So I want you to understand, if you have a home to sell, please get with an expert. We definitely can help you out there. You cannot price your home where you could have priced it in February or March or even April. You can't. That is over. We have to get back to reality, and that is pricing homes at fair market value. And then there's a pricing strategy that goes along with that, because what we've seen happening since June 1st is more homes are coming on the market every single day. We're seeing homes go on the market and sit. No one comes to the open houses. No one submits offers. No one does anything. They're just sitting. So in the market before, where even the dog of a house would sell, you're not going to see that anymore. And now there's certain areas geographically on a national level that you still will see that. But I'm talking to you on a local level here in Houston, Texas, which is where I am. I've been doing this over 20 years. I've seen the market crash. I've seen the downturn. I've seen the shifts. I've seen all of it. I've also been a lender for 6 years, in 2004 all the way to 2010. So I do know a little bit about what I'm talking about. And so what I want you to understand is it's not a time where you should just sit still and not do anything. People still have to buy and sell homes. People still are making changes in life. People are living high on the hog still. This is a great time to be alive. This is a great time to be selling real estate. This is a great time for anything. So if you want to know what your home is worth, really what your home is worth, reach out to an expert, a local expert, somebody that really is an expert in your area. If you're a buyer, what are your options? Well, number one, if you feel like the interest rate is higher than you're comfortable with, it isn't something that you have to have forever. First of all, you can get maybe seller help can help you on the house and buy down the interest rate. Maybe use some of your own cash and buy down the interest rate. You can also refinance if rates shift back down. However, when you look back at like 2018, 19, we were hovering between 4 and 5% anyway. And in 2004, 5, 6, and 7, interest rates then were between 6% and 9%. That was the norm. And everything was fine then. We were in a great time. When you look back at homes that were selling in 2019, that's where the market is shifting to right now. Again, every market is different. But what I can tell you is that we still need to keep moving on. It's not doom and gloom. Are you seeing a shift in the market? Yes. Are you going to see more for sale signs in your neighborhood? Absolutely. But guess what? That's normal. This market that we've had for the last 2 years was completely abnormal. The facts that you never saw for sale signs anywhere, that's not normal, and it's not good. It's not good for our economy. The fact that you're seeing more for sale signs come in now, that's a great thing. It's good for our economy. We just need you guys, buyers, to get out there and make it happen. Real estate agents to stop being paranoid. We're fine. Everything is fine in our housing industry. So if you want to know more about that, please make sure and tune into our YouTube channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, all over social media. We're getting out here delivering content to you guys constantly. We want to keep you aware of what's going on and what to expect. And then, of course, if you want to know what the value is of your home, reach out to us. I'm Tricia Turner. You guys have a great day. Bye.